What's up guys, I'm Bob with Pacific North Wild, and today we are going to be talking about boots. Right here we got the Zamberlan 1214 Lynx GTX, and over here we got the Crispi Altitude GTX. About 2 to 3 years ago I did a boot review on the CANON Mountain Extreme and the Crispi Colorado GTX. Alright, first off we'll start off with the Zamberlan 1214 Lynx GTX RR. This boot has got to be my all-time favorite boot, hands down, that I've ever wore. I know everybody's feet are different, so you know this may not work for you, but if you've seen our film Trophy, High Buck Hunt, Washington, this is the pair of boots I wore during that whole hunt. We had snow, we had sunshine, rain, we had all the weather, and it held up perfect, and I absolutely loved these boots. We hiked 30 plus miles, and hands down my favorite boot right here. One thing that I do not like about this boot is the rubber rand is only in the front. It doesn't quite wrap all the way around. I've never had a leak or any issues, but it just gives me that extra security knowing that it's protected and it's not going to leak. Another cool thing about this 1214 Lynx, the Zamberlan, is they offer a couple different lacing systems. They offer this with the BOA system. You got the dial on the front and the wire that will tighten or loosen your boots. I've never ran it, but it looks pretty slick. The only thing I'd worry with about that is if one of your wires breaks in the backcountry, whereas when you have lacing, you can use paracord and fix your boots no problem, but that's an option. Another option these guys offer is the wide toe box. These are the regulars, but they do offer this in wide as well. So with these Lynx boots, I've got them brand new in the spring of, was it 2023, and then I wore them for all of 23 season, summer, fall, all of 24 season, and I used them spring bear hunting, shed hunting, scouting during the summer, fall bear, modern, and then I would say this is a good all-around boot up until you get into that late season. But I have had them in snow and my feet didn't get cold, so there is that. And these are non-insulated. It's a 9-inch boot, 9 inches tall, and it's about 1.75 pounds per pair. So not super light and not super heavy. It's a good weight for all-around hunting use and hiking. But I would highly recommend this Zamberlan 1214 Lynx GTX. The upper is nubuck leather, and then it is Gore-Tex, so waterproof. I do treat them. Zamberlan recommends a spray, whereas other boots like Kenny's, my Kennetreks, they have like a cream or like a leather conditioner rubbed on, and the spray works great. Kept my feet dry, and yeah, so that is the Zamberlan Lynx 1214 GTX. Oh, another thing, price point. On their website, these do run about $440. I am a firm believer you do get what you pay for, especially for boots. You don't want to be miles in the backcountry with some cheaper boots and then have a leak, or you roll your ankle, or they fail somehow. So yeah, so fork out the money if you can, and I do highly recommend these Zamberlans. Alright, now moving on to the Crispi Altitude GTX. This boot, I will say, I do like my Zams more, but this is right behind them. Super comfortable. It's almost like a trail runner with more support. It's an 8-inch tall boot. They're about 1.45 pounds per boot, so a little bit on the lighter side. They are nubuck leather uppers, as well as synthetic material running up the middle. They do have the full rubber rand all the way around, which is really nice. You're protected, but like I was saying, it is like your tennis shoe, like your Nike, your Adidas. Super comfortable, plenty of ankle support at 8 inches. I've used these, what did I use these for? I did scouting during the summer. Fall bear, I have used these in fall bear. I did use these spring bear hunting a couple weeks ago. Put quite a few miles on them, and they were just super comfortable, really breathable. Since they have that synthetic in the middle, my feet do breathe. Like in warmer weather, you're not gonna get soggy feet. Yeah, so I do really like these Crispi Altitudes, and plus I think they look pretty dang cool. And the price point on these Crispi Altitudes is on firstlight.com's website, $355. So they are going to be a little bit cheaper than the Zamberlans. So again, not a cheap boot, but you do get what you pay for. And I'd say if you're like you're an archery hunter mainly, do a lot of stuff in the summer and springtime, I would lean more towards this Crispi Altitude because it is lighter, more breathable. You can be fast on your feet. You're going to be quieter if you want to stalk an animal with your bow. And then if you want more of an all-around boot that can do it all, which I have done pretty much in these boots besides like late season November on hunts, I would say these will get you close up to like past modern deer in Washington up to November when there's heavy snow. Your feet may sweat a little bit in hot weather during the summer, but this boot right here, the Zamberlan 1214 Lynx GTX RR, is just a great all-around boot and my personal favorite. And right behind it would be these Crispi Altitude GTX RRs. And how they compare to like my Kenetrek Mountain Extreme and my Colorado that I reviewed in the last film. Your Mountain Extreme is going to put you into those later hunts because it is more of like a 10-inch, I believe it is, 10-inch boot, and it's a little thicker and heavier, thicker leather and all that. So these are going to be more of your early to mid-season, and then the Colorado's an early season boot as well. And I would put these in favor over the Colorados, more comfortable. So yeah, these are my boots that I've been running for the last 2 years. And then I don't have it with me, but if I'm doing like a rut hunt or deep snow hunt, late hunt, I will run pack boots. And I have the Kenetrek Northerns, I believe they're called. But yeah, these are the boots I've been running for the last couple years. Check them out in the links below, and we will catch you in the next one.